we'll find out more by tomorrow for you. No, I think there was it's easy to just attribute it to, the last person that touched the ball. I think there was a compounding situation with some of the, everybody had a hand in it, whether it was protection or, there was a couple times that we'd been better as of late, being exactly where we need to be. That was the biggest thing is to play the style we do and play with some anticipation. We have to have total connectivity from the unit. It's just not good enough. Outside of 3% chance, you're not going to win games with 4 turnovers. So it was very, very disappointing in that regard. We'd done a good job of not turning it over since LA, and as a result, we've been in position to win football games. I thought the defensive effort was tremendous, which is the reason it was a 1-score game. And it's unfortunate for a lot of guys. That was a hard fought loss by our team. Yeah, I think that's something that will be the tonality that I'll capture tomorrow. To me, my message to the team was not to run from how this feels. It's terrible. It was a game that we thought we were ready to go win, and we weren't. And so we'll approach that tomorrow. But what I do know is we had a team that fought tooth and nail to the very end. We have a team that loves football, that's very prideful, and so there's 3 games left with paid attendance, and we'll turn to that page tomorrow. Right now, that's I think guys are still trying to absorb the outcome.
What was your take on not only how Tyree performed today, but how he was guarded and covered today? It kind of appeared like they simply followed him around and found the numbers, like 1.8 yards of separation for about that.
Well, I thought there was some, there's times that next gen stats doesn't account for like a outside release runoff versus cover 2, and there's overall I thought he was winning at the line of scrimmage, and so we that's a really good corner. Hats off to him, and that was important down to the wire, where I thought that Tyreek won at the line of scrimmage on that first down, that last pick. And we didn't connect the way it usually goes down. So he was competing. I think he had the big third down reception in a tight window. Took some hits, and there's I'll have to look at the tape to give it more expansive, but it wasn't. He was winning on the line of scrimmage, and we'll take a look at the tape and see how we can get our production better.
That final interception, that was more on the road than it was on Tyree.
Live, I have a vision of how it's completed, and I was looking at the line of scrimmage to watch his feet because we caught man, and I'll have to take a closer look whether or not either party could have done a better job. Because generally that's the way those things work. When we have down the field throws and the reverse man coverage, you need the receiver to win at the right time, and then you need the right ball placement. So I'll take a look at that. I just know they didn't connect, and that's something that if you would have said before the game that the game was going to come down to. Our expectation is to make that play. So, a lot of tape to comb through, and as we put this game to bed. I think the way I handle those type of situations, specifically that one, where it's a floating zone player, is I'm just over the top, making sure that everything is connected and we're doing what we know to do. Because for me to see that without watching the tape, I can't take the words back. So we'll take a look. I just know it wasn't our expected result, specifically in that coverage. So who's should have to have seen it? Should have Tyreek adjusted his route? I'll take a look at that tonight on the plane. There's no real formula. It's always difficult. I think it's difficult for both teams in those scenarios. You try to. There's nothing I can say or anything. You just have to. You have a lot of prideful guys that are trying to go back to work, and I think that motivated by just knowing Grant and how he'd want us to finish the game. So I think it's unfortunately something that you have to go through once in a while in the game. It's not easy, and our hearts, our thoughts, and prayers are with him. I'm in the moment with the player, and then when the game starts, I got a lot of people counting on me to make sound decisions, so I don't really have a choice in the matter. As I look at it, that's one for me specifically that has never or will never be easy, but you don't. It's not hard for me to recognize how many people are depending on me to do my job as well, so I don't really give myself the option. No, I think they competed. There was some good plays for sure. I thought overall there was a lot of good snaps in the pass game from the protection standpoint, and then a lot of snaps that guys are trying to be too perfect. And we had situations where points we put ourselves behind the eight ball, and the Texans had a really good game plan for off our second and long, and it was hard for us to overcome those penalties, which cost us points as well. So the biggest thing is the learning curve from the whole O-line to when you're getting a bunch of three-man rushes at times, that they have to know when to let go and not hold and hurt the team. But it wasn't too big for them, but I'll have to check the tape to see exactly how I felt about their performance overall. But they were pros and knew exactly what to do and how to do it, and we'll see how they executed it on tape. No, it was a huge game changer. Specifically, we were anticipating that situation, so we had our we had the appropriate call, and I'll have to take a look at the execution of it, because I was surprised it was the punt return scheme that we'd want in that situation to defend against that specific play. So I'll have to see how that unfolded, because we were very aware pre-snap, and those are the most frustrating, is when you're bringing awareness to a possibility, and then you lose on that possibility. He was super frustrated. I don't really have much after that. He was on the sidelines cheering his teammates on, so that was good for me to see. But we'll get some more information tomorrow for that.